So the first question is, I'm currently working at 3 places to avoid working nights and evening shifts so I can spend more time with my kids. Well, I had a similar situation long ago when I was also in the same kind of a situation, wanting to spend more time. And then I realized something that Abraham helped me to realize. And what I realized was that the amount of time that I spend with my children is not that important. It's really not that important. Because my children are thinkers, and whether I am there or not, they're going to arrive at their own decisions. And they have the capability to look after themselves. I don't need to be there. And then I looked around me and I saw that there are plenty of women who are stay-at-home moms, and their children don't reflect the investment of time that the mothers have made in those children. So it's not about the amount of time that you spend with your children that makes them grow up to be successful. It's what they observe about your behavior. That's what they learn from. And so I decided that my children needed to have a happy mom. Not a mom who's there all the time, but a happy mom. Because a happy mom was going to teach them how to be happy regardless of circumstances. And if I can teach that to my children, then I am the best mother in the world. And I decided that my children have guidance. They are not helpless. They can look after themselves. And I should never teach them that they are not safe when they are alone. I should teach them that they are always safe because God is looking over them. The universe is there looking after them. I want them to grow up not to be afraid as adults, but to be confident as adults. And a confident child is a child who is not taught fear. Oh, I can't leave you alone at night because you know what? I'm afraid of leaving you alone at night, which makes the child afraid of being alone at night. I've witnessed children who are afraid to go up the stairs to a dark upper story of their own home with the parents downstairs. Hello? That's not raising confident kids. Raising confident kids is teaching them to be fearless. So, Sarah, the other thing I want you to know is that your children will grow up to be whoever they are regardless of how much time you spend with them, because they are thinking and they're making their own decisions about what they think how life works. And you, no matter how much time you spend with them, cannot help them with those decisions that they're making. And that is why you see the children of parents who are stay-at-home moms or even homeschool their children, and the children get into all sorts of messes and trouble. So it wasn't the staying home of the mother and the homeschooling of the child that determines whether or not a child is going to be successful. And you cannot create safety all the time for the child. Isn't it much better to teach the child to be able to deal with whatever comes based on their internal guidance system than to try and protect them from everything? So that is a very long answer to your first question. You don't need to be there all the time for your children. Your children deserve and want a happy mother. And that is a favor. Being happy is a favor you do to yourself and you do for your children. And I decided that if I can't provide for my children, doesn't matter how much time I spend with them. So the key is for me to be able to provide for them. So I don't care what hours I have to work, because I'm going to make sure that I can provide for my kids. That's number one. And that I need to be happy. I'm never going to be happy if I can't provide for my kids, no matter how much time I spend with them. So you've got to reprioritize what is important.